Hey guys, it's Britt. Today we're here to go over some unpopular opinions about Thanksgiving. I thought this would be an interesting topic and I'm sure it will annoy some people, so if you're interested, please keep watching. Alright you guys, so before we get into some of the more lighthearted unpopular opinions, I want to put in the beginning of this video that Thanksgiving is not a must. It's not a requirement. If you are someone like me who doesn't have a big family and you don't have 100 friends that you can invite over to your house, or if you are just the type of person that you want to hang out and watch Netflix on Thanksgiving and order a pizza or order some Chinese food and have it delivered, that is okay. Thanksgiving is not, it's not written in the law that we have to have some big Thanksgiving feast. I will tell you guys what we have done for the last 6 years for Thanksgiving, almost 7 years. We literally, if my boyfriend's mom is in town, she comes over, my dad comes over, we cook some food and we have a meal. It's nothing that is super extravagant. It's not a big fancy, table that we sit at or anything like that. But we sit down and we share a meal and we have a good conversation. And if it was just me and my boyfriend or just me, that would be okay too. Obviously, if it was just me, I would definitely order food. I wouldn't cook. I feel like there is this societal pressure put upon people to have a big Thanksgiving dinner and share it on social media, and everyone has their cute little sweaters on and everything is picture perfect and you have the perfect mac and cheese and your turkey is perfectly cooked. That's all nonsense. To me, that doesn't matter. And I just want to say that if you are by yourself on the holidays, that is okay. Enjoy the day. Order some good takeout. Make yourself whatever it is, your favorite dish. Sit on the couch, kick your feet up, and watch Netflix. Do a little online shopping if that's what you want to do. If you don't, that's fine too. I know that this year and last year have been especially hard financially for a lot of people because of the panini and people losing jobs or getting laid off. Obviously same thing, but I realize that it's very difficult for a lot of people and I don't want that to be ignored or something to be ashamed of. So, and on the flip side of that, maybe you have a big family and you don't get along with them. That's okay too. There's no requirement that says you have to put a smile on and you have to get dressed up and go to Aunt Sally's house because that's where everyone's going to be on Thanksgiving, and you have to put a smile on and bring a bottle of wine and act like you're cheerful and in the best mood ever. If you feel like your family stresses you out and your Uncle Kevin is crazy and you don't feel like being around these people, stay at home. I know that there's a lot of pressure, especially around the holidays, for everyone to get along. There's usually that family member, whether it's the mom or the dad or the grandma, who will say, oh, well, just put on a smile, come over. Your cousin Bobby is going to be here and he hasn't seen you in 2 years. Please come over. But if you feel like being in that situation with those people, whether or not they are your family or your friends or a bunch of acquaintances, do not go out of your way to put yourself in a position that is going to upset your mental health or your well-being. If it means that you sit this one out because you don't feel like being around these people, sit on your couch, eat some ice cream, and chill out. It's all good. But I did want to put that in the beginning of the video because I realized that, a lot of us don't have a really big family. And when you sit on social media and you see the perfect place settings and all of the perfect dishes and everyone's smiling and laughing, smiling and laughter does not equate to being happy. And as a total side note, this is something that I've seen a lot. Oh, Radiantbritt never smiles. You guys, newsflash in case you're not adults here, smiling does not equate to being happy, and not smiling does not equate to being unhappy. There are people that smile their whole lives and they are some of the saddest people on this earth. And there are people that walk around with a resting face, and they are very happy and very fulfilled in their life. So either way, all the laughter and smiles that you see on social media does not equate to anyone being happy. And the flip side of that, just because someone doesn't smile and isn't walking around with an ear-to-ear grin or laughing does not mean that they are unhappy, just in case anyone forgot. Now let's go through some of these. Most of these are very lighthearted. I'm sure a lot of people will take them and just be offended, but welcome to my channel. So the first one, I hate pumpkin pie. And if I could never eat pumpkin pie again, I would. I don't like sweet potato pie. I don't like pumpkin pie. The only pie that I like during the holidays is a good apple pie. And the apple pie has to have a lot of brown sugar and almost like that caramelized like crust on the top of it where the sugar has been bubbling on it. Those are my absolute favorite. So apple pie all day. Pumpkin pie, you can throw it in the trash and I would be a happy camper. Next is, I'm not that big of a fan of cranberry sauce. Now, I don't know if it's just the cranberry sauce that I've tasted over the years that has made me not like it, but I've had homemade cranberry sauce made by multiple different people. I've had the canned cranberry sauce from different brands over the years, and it's just not something that I enjoy. I know that a lot of people really look forward to cranberry sauce, but for me, the canned cranberry sauce to me tastes like Jello, and the homemade is just a little too tart. So I don't know. For me, I could definitely leave cranberry sauce in the past. Next is no sweet potatoes, no yams. They're basically the same thing in my personal opinion, but I could do without. I know that a lot of people make their sweet potato casserole and it's very popular with some people, but I never make yams. I never make sweet potatoes year round, but especially during the holidays. Mashed potatoes, regular mashed potatoes made from scratch is the best way to go in my opinion. Next is that, in my opinion, turkey must be served with some sort of gravy. And I know that a lot of people deep fry their turkey and that helps to keep it really moist. I hate that word so much, but that helps to keep the moisture in the bird if you deep fry it. I don't deep fry my turkeys because frankly, A, it's very dangerous, and B, our living arrangements just don't, we don't have a place where we could safely deep fry a turkey even if we wanted to try. But I need some sort of gravy, and I'm not a big person with like sauces. Like I don't have to have sauce with every meal, but when it comes to turkey, I have to have some sort of gravy to help with the dried out meat, especially when it's left over. The first day I can tolerate it. I still really like gravy. But when you're talking about Thanksgiving leftovers, you have to have it with some sort of gravy or else it just starts to dry out. Turkey is one of those meats that is really good left over, but it gets very, very dried out. On the same note of casseroles, let's talk about green bean casserole for just a couple of minutes. I love green beans. I cook them basically all day with some bacon fat or bacon, some sort of fat in order to give it that flavor. But I'm not a fan of green bean casserole. Do you guys like green bean casserole? Have you had it? Is it something that you make every year and you enjoy? I just have never liked it. I tried it a couple times. I don't like those little crispy onions that they put with it, and I'm just not a fan. Just give me some really good green beans with a lot of flavor, and I'm much happier than trying to eat a green bean casserole. And on the same note of mashed potatoes being my absolute favorite, I know that some people make scalloped potatoes, and I've tried those. I cannot stand scalloped potatoes. I remember scalloped potatoes, I feel like my mom made them a couple years and she liked it, but I'm not a fan. I've never been a fan of scalloped potatoes the few times that I've tried it. So again, let's just make things simple. Stick with a really good recipe for mashed potatoes and we're off to the races. The next unpopular opinion is about Thanksgiving as a whole. As a holiday, Thanksgiving for me growing up was always a really good holiday. I don't have any negative memories attached to the holiday itself. But I much prefer Christmas. And I know that a lot of people kind of skip over Thanksgiving and go right into Christmas once we're in November. A lot of people already have their trees up and they're fully decorated. We're not going to put our tree up until probably close to the end of the month. But I know that a lot of people skip over Thanksgiving as a whole. As I've gotten older, I care less and less about Thanksgiving. To me, it's a whole lot of work to make all the food, and even though I enjoy it, it just seems like such a hyped up holiday for me. You know, if I had it my way, I would not cook and probably just have delivery and share a good meal that way instead, because there's so many dishes and it's just so much work just to sit down for a plate of food. So I don't know. I know a lot of people really enjoy being in the kitchen all day and making everything. But for me, I would be a-okay if I had something delivered and we could just sit down and have a good talk that way. The last unpopular opinion that I'm going to share in this video is actually regarding Black Friday. So in the States, if you guys live overseas, in the United States, we have Black Friday. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of it, and that is like a retail worker's nightmare because stores like Walmart and Target and a lot of the stores in malls and shopping plazas will have really crazy sales, like 40% off your whole purchase, or buy one get one free. Anything in the store, they'll sell TVs for like $300. So it's very hectic, and I've never been one to really love Black Friday. To me, it just seems like a bunch of people that, you know, want these deals and they're willing to trample over other people in order to be the first one to grab the TV. And, you know, as I've gotten older too, I have become more of an introvert, and I enjoy shopping either early in the morning or late at night when the stores are less crowded. So for me, going into a Walmart or Target or Best Buy where there's a line of 50 people to check out, half the time, by the time you even make it in the store, the item that you were there for has sold out. For me, it's just a complete nightmare of a day, and that's another reason why I'm so thankful for modern technology, where we have Cyber Monday, and usually Black Friday all the way through Cyber Monday, you can find amazing deals online through online retailers. And you know, if you are someone who wants to go out on Black Friday, I would also recommend shopping local. Support your small retail stores instead of the big box stores, because a lot of times these small retailers will have really good deals too, and it's a way to support your local businesses instead of supporting big box stores on such a hectic day. So those are going to be all of my unpopular opinions for now for Thanksgiving. I might do another one for Christmas. We'll see. But for now, if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.